That's where I go, mate. I mean, I hope not. I hope you don't, you know.
You know.
This is the Escape Podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic. Today, we'll talk about current game community and AIE Guild news, and then start our mission on Dromund Kaas in our continuing live character playthrough series. The broadcast astromech today is EPC 216. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi, Seema. How's it going?
Hey, Max. It's going pretty well. I surprised myself because I decided to look at the character select screen of all the other servers because I knew I had a lot of characters out there. And I was really surprised to see that I have a level 60 Sork on Shadowland. Level 60.
60.
And not only that, her name is Seema, which is the exact same name as my Merc. So that'll be interesting when she joins my family here on Jedi Covenant, which I think she's on Shadowlands. Anyway, so yeah, and then there's just a sprinkling of a lot of lobies out there. But I do want to say, I know this is a couple weeks since this happened, or sometime since this happened, but I am enjoying that I can go in and out of my Manan stronghold or my Umbara stronghold without the cinematic playing.
Yeah. Isn't it just a little thing, but it does make a difference, doesn't it?
Little things. Yeah.
I agree.
And I decided that I was going to play this Sork that we're doing our playthrough with, and I'm going to use Shay Vizsla for companion, just because she has a reputation for being the highest DPS companion. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going with it. And in that, so I decided that I was going to collect all the gifts that I have in my character. I have one character that stores all the gifts. And so I gave them all to her today. Let's see what she ended up at. 42.
Wow, that's.
And I did it in a completely non-max way, which is I took all my gifts that I already had, and I had some level 2, some level 3, some 4, 5, and 6, and then all the colors too, some rare, some purple. And I gave them to her in order, like the low-level ones first, just because I didn't want to get her high enough that then they were worth nothing. But I did not buy enough of the 200 credit ones to get her to level 30, whatever it is, that crazy thing that you do.
Yes. Well, you have to click forever, though. I mean, that's the downside to that.
I know.
And
then I just want to say one more thing is we were talking about outfits, and I decided that the outfit or the pieces that she had on from Korriban, she has a nice red top with nice simple lines, and I said, oh, that'll make a good outfit one day. So I made a second outfit for her. So she has the black one that I've been wearing, and then this red one, which goes with the little things in her hair. So you're right, it's the little things.
There's my robot outfit. I forgot I put it on this. I made a character sheet for it. This is one of my favorite outfits, which turns my whole character into a droid. Yeah, it's the little things. I agree. I'm looking at a few of the things as we've been in between, and we'll get to this when we talk about what we've been doing with our characters, of which little companions I could boost up, what I just want to tweak for what color crystal I want, and what saber effect, and I it is nice that you've got all those little bits of customization that you can do to really get things set how you like. I like that.
And the chat room's absolutely right. I'm going to have a name conflict.
Yeah.
It's going to be hilarious if my Merc loses her name and my Sork that I didn't even remember that I had ends up with it. I'm going to go. If that happens, then we'll know their system didn't work right. But yeah.
Yeah.
I totally think I'll log in one day and there will be that Sork, and it will have the name SJX133876XX22.
That's my character's name, so it can't be that.
And then that'll
could
be
another conflict.
Pick a name before you can log in.
Yeah. Let's see, what was I doing this week? We did some hard mode Dread Palace with our ops team on Thursday. We started real late, though. We were missing a person. So what did we do? Oh, we did 7-person run through real quick of Eternity Vault story mode just to get some, on alts, to get some more of those command ranks. And I started doing it on, I needed to tank to help because we were missing a tank for the group. And I was like, oh, I'll do it on my third highest command XP. I've got 2 300s. My third highest command XP character is my power tech, which is also another Vanguard mercenary. So if
Right.
they're all Vanguard mercenaries, so I'm getting no bonuses off of these extra ones. So I'm still a little bit salty over that. Not that salty though. Anyway, we had fun doing that. We did notice though we're sort of feeling some of the nerfs in Dread Palace. I did notice that. Our healers talked about it a little bit. My DPS, I certainly felt it because I was soloing the tentacles on Bestia. Yeah, Bestia when she goes my pets are legion and she's got the tentacles on veteran mode. And I never had a problem bursting those things down or DPSing those down in Arsenal before. And now all of a sudden I was like hitting the enrage timer on it because if you don't DPS it down on its like little mini enrage timer, then it does like 150k shot and mostly kills you most of the time.
Makes you horizontal.
And that was not making me too happy. I was just squeaking by on a couple of and I hit it once or twice, and I didn't even know there was such a thing as an enrage timer on that thing. So there's a little bit of a nerf there. I think I may switch over to Innovative Ordnance as a result, just to get a little bit extra out of it. I've played IO before, but not since 4.0 because Arsenal was just easier. Arsenal's easier for me for PvP and for target switching in casual content. Arsenal's just easier. I may go back to Innovative Ordnance though if we want to do any progression on Dread Palace, or at least get used to it and be able to switch back and forth between various fights, which is what real players do, or pro players. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. I did take a quick look across my characters across servers as well. I've got a couple other higher ones out there. One on Harbinger though, or that's going to end up on Harbinger, so that's not really an issue. That'll stay over there. But I think I'm going to have a big collection. I think I'm going to need to delete some because I don't need all of these spare characters that are going to end up on our new mega server. And I'll have to work that out. But remember, you've only got a couple, well, we'll talk about it next in the news, how much time you have. So let's get to the news.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
So first up in the news, we do have maintenance coming up this week on Tuesday, October 24th. This podcast today is going out a little bit earlier, so you may not hear. I may not release it until the 24th. Anyway, on the 24th, they're doing one of those extended maintenances. Back end, it's going to take a long time. It's going to take like half the day, and not getting anything good out of it. In fact, some things we're getting things taken away as part of that, but it's all the setup for the back end of what they're going to need to do for the server unification that's coming in a couple weeks. In addition to that long maintenance on Tuesday, they are shutting off character transfers until the server merges go in. So that'll be about 2 weeks of character transfers being gone completely. And when they come back, the cheap price for character transfers will also be gone. So if you want characters transferred from what's going to end up a different server cluster than your server cluster, like you need to get something from Harbinger over to the new Jedi Covenant mega server, do that now because they're still cheap until Tuesday. After Tuesday, that cheap price goes away. Then after that, 2 more maintenances to keep an eye out for. They may throw in on November 1st, El Dia de Muerte. If they need some more maintenance to take care of that back-end stuff, nothing else big is going in then. They may not need it, but if they do, that'll happen on November 1st. And then Wednesday, November 8th, that's going to be the extended maintenance for 5.5.1, the United Forces Server Unification Update.
Right.
And that's
going to be the one where when you log in, your characters will all be on one server. Well, depending on their destination and their source servers, but yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. All right, Seema, I just read all your news. So.
That's all right. So I'll read your news.
Okay.
The biggest thing when United Forces goes live is not the whole server merge thing. It's that we're getting a Mini Mogul NM1 Mini Pet, which is basically it's a small version of Karaga in his spider tank, the last boss in Karaga's palace, and it has the little Taco Bell hat and everything. So we're looking forward to that. That does exist in the game already, but it's pretty rare. So this is a chance for everyone to get one. We'll also be earning the Darth Hexit companion. That's the companion that we would have gotten out of the DAVL event if the dark side had won. So everybody gets the companion that they wanted. You need to do 3 PvE or PvP missions through the group finder by November 27th to get this companion, which is pretty, easy to do. 3 is a small number.
Yes.
It's not 3 a day or 3 times 7 or anything. It's just 3.
Right. And you'll get an achievement for each of those sets. Doing 3 PvP will get you an achievement, or doing 3 PvE or doing 3 PvE will get you a different achievement. Either one of those achievements qualifies you for the meta achievement to get the companion reward.
Exactly. And then the last thing is when United Forces goes live, will be another double rewards event, double XP, double command XP, and much, much more through November 14th.
Yes.
Let's see.
How about guild and community news?
We're still looking, DST, which is a Sunday night imp raid team, ops team, Death Star Troopers is looking for a full-time DPS for Sunday nights. They raid from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's rude.
Yes, it is.
Stop interrupting SEMA Imperial notification.
Yes, you're busy. You're busy getting your crew skills together. Also on our MFN on Tuesday the 24th, if you hear this in time, it's going to be on ImpSide. So that's it for guild news.
And in greater guild news, AIE-guild.org type news, we are still getting our act together. There's a group putting together what we call the BlizzCon Guild Hall. There's a GoFundMe out there. Check out AIE-guild.org for that. And then 2 greater SWTOR community news items we wanted to throw out there because there's some cool people doing cool things. There is the Unholy Alliance Guilds, which is part of Passionately Casual podcast and all of that. They've got a couple guilds under that Unholy Alliance umbrella. They're doing an epic Extra Life gaming stream whole thing for Extra Life on November 4th. Keep an eye out for that. I think even Eric Muska is going to get involved in that. It's cool. They've done it a couple times in the past. They have a whole bunch of events. I think they go for 24 hours. Check it out. They are a great group. Jesse's awesome, and that whole team does a really good job. So check that out. And then my pal Redna is. I didn't realize there's a group of 4, Sachari, Redna, a couple other people that are doing a podcast called the SWTOR, the Council SWTOR. That's the Council. I think the podcast is called the Council. So it's a SWTOR podcast. Anyway, they're having a contest. They're having a costume contest. They're giving away some cartel coins as part of that. You can check that out at thecouncilswotor.com. And after this show, in the audio version of this show, I will tag on. They have a little 2-minute trailer where they do some character acting and go through what they're going to be doing for that contest. All right. So, SEMA, are you ready?
Yes, Max. Yes.
That sound means we need to go to Dromund Kaas. All right.
Let's do it. Yeah.
While I'm heading that direction, I forgot to say thank you to the chat room. Thank you, chat room. You guys are awesome. Chat room was already helping us out. I think I've got my audio sort of tuned up. This is not the right place. That's Korriban and Hutta. We need to go north. So I've got my audio sort of tuned up. The chat room always helps me with that. We've had a lot of chat in there. You can check out, if you aren't in the chat room live, well, then you're missing out, for one.
Remain vigilant during this Rakul emergency.
All right, announcer. Let's get off the fleet. She's too loud.
Now you're interrupting yourself.
She is too loud. But if you want to check out some of the kind of stuff that goes on in the chat room, you can see it in the video. It's showing up in the chat window. We got a bunch of people that are helping out in there, and you can see it on Twitch and on the replays. But you can just check it on the YouTube. Certainly, thank you everybody that's in the chat room. You guys certainly do help out. It's really nice having a live group in there. It makes it feel more alive when we do the podcast.
I especially am grateful that you guys showed up on such little notice, because we switched to Sunday this week and really didn't decide that until today, so thank you.
Yes, last minute. I'm going to be out of town this week. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. No real free time, unfortunately. I'll be working for 4 days straight, but I'm going to have most of the week out there, so it would be very difficult to do a podcast. And we didn't want to wait till Friday or Saturday to do the podcast. Anyways, we left off last week by finishing up Black Talon, one of my favorite of all the flashpoints. And in doing Black Talon, I don't think I mentioned it. I mentioned it before, but I don't think I showed it off. You do get this Lotion Duster mount. Every time you do the Black Talon, you get this mount, and it is not bound. So you could be passing it around to a bunch of characters. You could be putting it on the auction house. It's a pretty cool thing. So check that out if you need a mount. Just go run Black Talon. All right. So now we're here on Dromund Kaas. Zash told us that we had to go to Dromund Kaas, and the first thing we have to do is check in at the Rivals Council. Oh, do I have
And then that other dude threatened us, but we killed him.
Oh yeah, we did that real quick at the very end last week. Some other dude threatened us. I forgot who he even was. Was he one of the other council members or something?
I think he works for Darth Scotia.
Oh, that's right. That's gonna be a whole thing coming up, isn't it? Oh, here's Kemval's gonna say something witty, I believe. Oh no, it's another confrontation. This is Scotia. Here we go.
Save your hissing for your own kind.
Good job, Seema.
Slave.
Slave.
Is passing. Best get out of his way.
Darth Scotia can wait.
You're making a huge mistake. Give your master
Filth.
a message for me. My eye is on her, and I know. Tell her that.
My eye is on her. My one eye.
Right, my one eye.
I caught that.
You and your master have got.
I see what you did there, BioWare.
But it ends here, slave.
Slave.
I
There's more slaves.
have the
Good.
key. Tell her
And
that.
filth.
You and your master.
All right. Cyclops, get out of my way. Should I tell Kemval to eat him?
What do you think? Can you eat him?
Jarni Bradais, uns in Freistobner.
Fools.
Kemval didn't want to eat him because he's made of too much metal. It's not the lotion duster. It's the Lotion duster. It puts the lotion. It puts the lotion on, or it gets the hose again.
I'm surprised they let me do that without pulling out Kemval.
Yeah, usually those kind of things, it tells you this requires companion blah blah blah.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we just need to have one Kemval in the group.
Maybe it counted. A little bit of French going on in general. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So we have some.
He's asking if there's any Quebecois around that are looking for a guild.
Cool. So some of the two North America servers are gonna still have the French guilds in them. So we'll still get to hang out with our French Canadian.
I'm just glad
pals.
that our French Canadians are in our guild.
Yes.
Every time I see one of the French Canadian guilds advertised, I go, but don't take our French Canadians.
What is this? I think this is just the heroics, right? So here's all the heroics. We're not going to do the heroics. If you come to the planet any of the planets, I would certainly recommend doing the heroics. You do get extra loot, you get a high amount of experience points, and they're only heroic 2s. You might need another person to do it if you're a little bit underleveled, but there's a lot of experience and rewards for doing them. However, we don't need no stinking rewards. I'm going to take this speeder over to Kaas City. Did you already go?
Nope.
See,
I'm right behind you.
See, now this is another feature that they added in what, about 4.0 or so, or 4.0 plus, where as you get to a planet, all of the speeder points are unlocked. So here you can see I could take a speeder to anywhere on the planet. I cannot yet quick travel to anywhere on the planet, but as soon as I take a speeder to any of these locations which have a quick travel point, so I'll stop here at the entrance and then I'll stop at the Central City Terminal.
I like this because in the old days I used to always get distracted on the way to Kaas City with the quests that are along the way. Now I don't have to face that decision.
Just direct flight. Although there are a couple good quests along the way, and all of this stuff that you can kill.
You can run along and do them the old way if you want to.
Yes, certainly. If you need more experience, I would recommend doing it.
Or if you just like the quests.
Yeah, all the planetary stuff is really good too. We're not going to do much of it in this playthrough series, but some of the planetary storylines are great. Are really good. Balmora for one is one that comes to mind that I always really like.
Yeah, I really like Balmora.
So there we go.
On both sides.
As I drop here, I don't even have to click on the terminal anymore. The Kaas City quick travel point now is lit up on the map. Oh, it lit a whole bunch of them up because I traveled past them. Wow, we could quick travel all over the place. But I think there's somebody we need to talk to right here at the entrance. So let's go talk to them. And I am almost 18.
I flew too far, but I can quick travel back to you.
Yes,
Speaking
you
of
surely can.
quick travel.
Yeah, we got a guy we got to talk to at the entrance. As soon as I get to level 18, I'm still in my level 10 modded gear that I put on. I went on the fleet and I bought ahead of time. It lets you do this. The cheap mods and enhancements to fill out this gear as soon as I hit level 18. I probably won't even do it while we're talking tonight. In fact, it's probably going to be... I'm probably going to out-level it by the time I bother to put it in. But you can have those ready to go and in your... Oh, that's all we had to do. We don't have to talk to this guy? I guess we don't. Now we need to report
to Lord
Zash. Why don't we just quick travel right to her then? So she's going to be at the Sith,
instant quick travel.
Sith Sanctum entrance. But yeah, I like to bank mods and enhancements, and you don't need to do it every level. You could do like every 4 or even every 8 levels, depending on how many bonuses and what the influence on your companion is and all that kind of good stuff.
I really learned though during the DVL thing that it's not, you can do it even to every 10 levels. I mean,
well, especially for us because we've got all the bonuses for unlocking all the classes. We've got all the extra presents for all of our companions.
That's true.
I think you might need to do it, and we get over-leveled really quick because we've got all the experience bonuses. If you're a little under-leveled and you don't have all of those bonuses yet, you might need to do it a little bit more often, but not too much. All right, so this is the Sith Sanctum. We didn't even look around in here.
I mean, we're not even using the experience gear. I just want to add,
right,
which we do have from the DVL event, but
so we'll see how far we get tonight.
Without it.
Yeah. So there's 3 sort of sanctums at the end of Kaas City. One is the Mandalorian, one is the Sith, and one is the Intelligence, Imperial Intelligence, which is where the agents go and hang out and do stuff. So the Marauder, the Sith Warrior, and the Sith Inquisitor storylines both have a bunch of their story hub in this sanctum, the Sith Sanctum. The Imperial Agent has their storyline in the Intelligence Headquarters, and the Commandos, and not Commandos, Anyway, the
The
mercenaries,
bounty hunters.
and
The
mercs
great
and power
hunt.
techs have the Mando Sanctum. All right. So the way we're going to run it tonight is I'm going to go in. Seema's going to have to catch up, and maybe next week Seema will go in. You'll see her talking, and I will catch up. There we go. And now we get to see Lord Zash again. She's attractive, isn't she? Or is she?
Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Scotia.
Damn.
What business has he, going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice, trying to intimidate you, no doubt? Wretched monster, more machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Dromund Kaas as an apprentice, he's made every...
Yeah.
Nians and Barana.
Kem wants to eat him.
I know.
Ultimately, we cannot even begin the search for Tulakhod's ancient power with Scotia's rattling breath on our necks.
So what do you think we should do?
Somebody should
Kill
stop
him.
him from breathing, then.
Yes,
Clever.
and that somebody is you.
Yes, it is
You are
me.
going to kill Scotia for me.
Done and done. Well, what would a dark side? Do I want to defy her just because I rebel against authority, or do I just want to kill him because I like doing that too? I'm gonna say no problem.
A challenge worthy of me.
That is precisely the attitude you'll need.
Don't give me a pep
I
talk,
cannot be
Zash.
tied to Scotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat...
Yeah. And you can take it easy.
It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
Sounds like you relax while I do your dirty work.
Dear apprentice, where I go, you go.
Oh,
If I
don't
go
sweet
up,
talk
you
me,
come
Zash.
with me. Meanwhile,
I see
must be
through your
advised for
ruse.
when we get there. So listen closely. I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Scotia's destruction. But some elements have... Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted.
Oh, the slave revolt.
They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Scotia is hiding something. of
Okay, so
great
this is where I have to go to the
importance in
archaeology dig, right?
So the white dice belong
This
present
witch.
Yeah.
time. In peace, one
This
another,
witch
but
stinks of
another
death.
device.
Ooh, I just smacked Kemval. Kemval wants to eat Zash. I should have let him. Gonna regret that in the future. Okay. So now we get to go. We could pretty much get real close to there. Why don't we quick travel all the way out there? So this is Outpost Tempest?
Yeah, let's
I
go
think
there.
so.
Because if it's not, we can go somewhere else.
We sure can.
I like my red outfit.
I'll have to do a zoom in, do a close up.
It matches my hair ribbons.
Yeah,
Because,
you can't.
as every Sith knows, that's what really counts.
How did I just get level 18?
Because exploration experience.
Yeah, apparently. That was always my favorite way to level up, is to get really close to the end and then do exploration experience. Okay, so now we need to go... I think we gotta go back this way, though, don't we? Back this way and then around to the left
Yeah, I
and then
think you're
down.
right.
And there's a bunch of quests, missions you could be doing along the way here as well. But we won't.
And here's a tip. If you're traveling alongside someone else, go a little bit behind them.
So they aggro all the things?
Yeah. And then, if they get pulled off their mount or whatever, you can keep going and get there first.
And if you're a sage or a
Sorcerer.
a sorcerer, then you can also friendly pull when they're right to the end, and then zoom past them and beat them. So we're not going to do this quest. I do like this one though. This Lord Drowl. There's a little bit of dark side, light side choice. If you do this guy, he wants you to mix poison up to poison the water tanks, and you get to decide if it's basically you're just deciding whether it's slow death or quick death. Though that's the light side, dark side choice. Which again was one of the reasons that I picked Republic for quite a while.
I found that the dark side choices so far have been more like smartass than you know,
Evil.
evil. I feel like the dark side choices on the Jedi Knight and Commando side are maybe a little bit more unsettling early
A
on.
little more on the straight up evil and not just sarcastic and impudent.
Yeah.
We don't need, that's the heroic. We don't need that. That heroic down there, you go down in the area down below, that's a good one. That does typically take 2 people though.
I like the heroics on Dromund Kaas in general.
So here we need to find the architectural fragments. I think we just need to kill some of these slaves. Slave.
Filth. Garbage.
3 architectural fragments. Fragments is what we're looking for. Don't even think about it. None there. Is this right? These are the ones we need to kill? I think so. Are they on the ground or something? Do you see any fragments?
I don't know, because I'm not on this quest, you remember.
Oh, that's right. So we'll have to blame me.
I want to kill this
Slave
guy
Mason.
because he's orange.
Which guys?
Go Shay.
Oh. I think collect fragmented archaeological plans. I'm pretty sure they drop off these guys. Did you kill him?
Yeah.
No loot there. Unless there was a thing in here, but that's for a different quest, yeah. Where's my loot? I don't like this when you kill all the things. See, there's somebody else in here killing things. That's part of the problem. I like killing all the things and still not getting the pieces of things that I need.
Maybe you could read the quest.
I was born to lead, not to read. There's one. No, just kill these guys.
Oh.
Reading. Reading is for quitters. And there's the rest of them. Oh. And now I can hollow call in. Yes, Ash, I found them. Don't I have to go...
Have I ever failed you?
Fantastic. I never doubted you.
Now I think they're gonna make us go do one more thing. Ah.
Yes.
I like her. She's so appreciative and so attractive.
I know, right?
The Colossus itself.
I wonder if I get to romance her.
Collection of Nagasado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
I'll be your wing person.
I'll get inside if I have to destroy
Wing
the whole
person.
Colossus.
I'll help you.
But destroying
It
the
has been a
Next
dry
time with
mating
Lord
season
Raj.
for bird person.
There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Scotia. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure
Oh, I remember
Tablet
this.
and
Okay.
uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards.
So this is the Trandoshan tablet. I get it.
We'll leave Scotia and
Exactly. You have a sharp mind, apprentice. The plans suggest Scotia's
Okay.
apprentice's god.
Alright, let's go get that
Just
tablet.
us Johns
Command me
now,
and I
people.
will eat them. I see, that's why I like Kemval. He's just ready at a moment's notice to eat anybody.
He's flexible that way. He doesn't say, no, it's not my shift.
Although he did beg off on eating Scotia. Hey, you want to kill this
That's
champion?
true. Yeah.
Oh, somebody else already got him. Fine. Fine, we're not going to help you, though.
Sign is like.
Where do we have to go? We have to go in here and look for the tablet. So Trandoshans are very... Well, they're not superstitious, but they're a little stitious. And so we're gonna go get their tablet.
I see what you did there.
That's from The Office. That's Michael Scott. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. So I just did you see I'm just doing Force Storm over and over. It's like the only ability I'm using.
I just sent Shay Vizsla on a crew mission because why not?
Oh.
She'll probably be back. Yeah, she's gonna be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. Darth Scotia's bunker. What will we do without Shay Vizsla? So I picked my first talent point, my first combat proficiency point, utility point as well. I typically, when I'm leveling, I always pick the one in the first tier that increases damage of your basic AoE. So this is 25% damage on Force Storm. If there's one of those available, that's usually one of the first ones I get, because it just makes killing all the things that much faster, which is usually my objective. So here we've got a bonus if we kill 25 of these guys. Do we want to do the bonus? It'll probably take like...
I'm all about the bonuses.
I'm all about that base. Darth Scotia's base, that is. This is the other thing. So did you see the achievement? I just got an achievement. It's called Dromund Kaas Droid Demolisher. As you're going through on each of these planets, there's typically a series of achievements that are planet related. Some of them are things like go and discover, just the exploration, just discover all the things. Other ones, though, are kill all the things. Kill, large numbers of this kind of wildlife, or kill large numbers of this kind of NPC. So keep an eye out for those if you're an achievement hunter. You may want to go do those along the way so you don't have to come back and do them when you're level 70.
I like getting achievements. I like that little toast popping up.
Oh wait, I was supposed to do something up there. I guess I should pay attention. Seems good.
Oh, I forgot. You get influence when you do crew skills.
That's... Oh wow, you're gonna... It's not very much, though.
No, it isn't.
So they did add that, which I like, but it's not much at all. It's equivalent to like a gift, right? But remember, you have to give them like thousands of gifts of the small kinds of gifts. You're never gonna do thousands of... it would take you years to get enough, to do enough crew missions to get any of the companions up to a reasonable, like up to 40s or 50s. So while I appreciate that, the idea, they really should up the amount of reward and influence by an order of magnitude.
I mean, it's not a way to level your companion's influence, but it's just a little something.
Yeah.
A little something.
And maybe that's how they're treating it. Just a little.
I mean,
in
the same way that like bonus quests like this are not necessarily that you have to kill all of them to make the bonus quest, except that you're going to be killing them anyway, so you might as well, we might as well give you some XP for it by putting the kill part into a bonus quest.
Yeah, true. There, completed. Oh, I'm getting social points too. I forgot, because we're questing together. So you do get social levels per character, right? So here on my character, you see I'm social level 1 still. However, if you're grouping up with anybody and doing anything, completing any missions, doing any flashpoints, those kinds of things, you get social points. And getting up to social 10, social 5, social 10, what's the top? Social 10.
I think it's...
There's rewards along the way for doing that.
When are you getting the social points? When you turn in a quest?
Well, when we completed the bonus mission, I got 2.
Gotcha.
So you should have also. Oh, are you not on the bonus mission? Oh,
I'm not on it,
bonus mission. you'll get them on the next.
On some other time. But yeah, see, we're playing through with Max as the starring character, and I'm doing the spectator mode. So I don't actually get the next quest in until I do this quest for myself.
Just riding shotgun. We were trying to do both of us, but the problem is you can't run the story mission for both at the same time. You can spectate, but
which is kind of what we're doing.
To make it not boring, we said, how about if we don't do it twice during the show, but we will trade off each week so that you'll see me talking and responding to the story missions this week, and then next week you'll see Seema doing it. All right, we are almost. That was the third thing, and now I got to go to this last bunker over here. I have Kamval set to DPS. If you are a ranged DPS class especially, it can be useful to set your companion to tanking. If you want to do all the damage and you want them to get the attention of the mobs, they are pretty good at casting their taunts and doing things like that along the way. If I'm playing Assassin, for example, or Shadow, I will almost always set my companion to tanking for a while, because then I can get behind and do the backstab and all that kind of thing. Setting it to damage, though, is quite effective. What do you do as leveling as healer, Seema?
I do DPS, but in the early days, I did a lot. I did tanking a lot. Kaizenfest he was a tank. We couldn't set it back in those days. But I felt really lucky to have a tank as my first companion. But now I'm just greedy for the DPS, so I do that.
For hard fights, I always liked setting my companion to healing. That was always quite important. And some of the classes did not have a healer companion until you were, halfway through your class story, until you were level 30 or something. That was sort of annoying. I leveled up Mercenary. The first companion you get is Mako. She's a healer. She was a healer back in the day. Now any companion is any role, so it's not an issue anymore. But that was an issue back in the day. And here's the Trandoshan relic that we needed to get. That's why Mako's the best, the chat room says. Mako is quite good. She was my first hit. Oh. That guy got up. He got back.
I had to kill him twice.
He got knocked down, but he got back up again. We ain't never gonna keep him down. All right, there we go. So we have the relic. We infiltrated Darth Scotia's bunker. Now we need to return to Lord Zash. And since we're not doing any of the extra missions around here, don't need to go down into the heroic area, we can quick travel right back to the Sith Sanctum, which is so convenient. You used to have to run all the way out of here, or it used to take a long time to get back from point to point. And in the old days, when you still wouldn't even have sprint at this point, let alone a mount, you were slow walking. You were like RP walking between all of these various points. What was that? When did you get sprint back at launch?
Well, it was level 14.
Wow.
Yeah. And remember how Coruscant had the spaceport was so huge?
Yeah. It would take you like minutes to walk through the spaceport. But especially at launch, when there wasn't, the whole galaxy was smaller, I still liked it. I liked the fact that everything seemed really big. And it was the first MMO where I got a sense of, this place is huge. This spaceport that I'm walking through is huge. It's the size of a spaceport. Whereas I still go to some MMOs and it's like the capital city would fit into the Coruscant spaceport. So.
Shall I instruct you?
And the
I don't even know what I'm getting here. Jolt.
The troopers were all salty because they had to go to Coruscant like 18 times.
Yeah, and talk to what's her name, General. What's her name? I forgot.
Garza.
Garza. Well, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do the trooper sometime. But yeah, you have to go back and forth to Garza to turn in any of the things she's asking you to do to turn in your story missions. And you'd like be on your ship flying around doing a thing for her, and she'd say, come back and visit me, and she'd have like one line of dialogue. It'd be like, hi, just wanted to say hi.
Kobu mentioned in chat, like there was a 30-minute CD on quick travel back then, and I think there was like a 4-hour CD on the fleet travel thing, which you got at level 10, or was it 18 hours at first? It was a long, whatever it was.
So a couple things that I just got. I just trained up my Instacast heal, which I typically keep handy, keep on hand. And put it right next to my long cast heal. Even as a DPS character, you want to keep an eye out on those. Why do I not yet have the main curse? Did I just not put it on my bar? Yeah, Crushing Darkness. I guess I just didn't put it on my bar. Or it's, oh, there, I put it in the wrong place. So Crushing Darkness for Madness Sork is one of your key dots. So what you're trying to do with the Sork is focus on your dots. You need to keep these dots up: Affliction and Crushing Darkness, and there's one other that you'll get later on. And then later in the levels, Death Field magnifies the effects of these dots. So it's a dot spec.
That is because we let Madness
release you.
Yes.
Let Madness release you. So I can start taking these kinds of things like Shock and Lightning Strike. I can start getting rid of these. These become less and less useful in your rotation as you move on. So I'm going to keep... I forgot. I think I usually put my dots up here and then Death Field down here. And I still keep Overload on one so that I can do some quick knockbacks, which I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you. That's what I like. All right. Back to Zash. Hello, Zash. What does she want me to do now? Chemval Eater. No.
Hello, Zash.
I've recovered the Trandoshan relic.
Oh,
We've
hi,
both had
Zash.
success in our
Oh, hi,
endeavors,
Mark.
But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Gratham, is holding a cyborg expert named Dorotse.
Oh, I remember that. Gratham's
He
estate.
has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Dorotchek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
You want
I
me to
see.
kill him?
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it
Grafham's
takes.
estate is in
I
the
like that.
jungle. Interrogate the scientist.
Done and
With any
done.
luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way.
Ustaitnians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
Oh, Chemval. That voice recorded, that language and everything on Chemval is still just one of my favorite things in the game. All right, so Gratham's estate is another, sort of the next area that you get to go do things on here on Dromund Kaas. So we're going to have to go to Outpost Tempest Speeder. We could quick travel to Outpost Tempest and then ride down to the wall, I think. Let's do that. Quick travel to Outpost Tempest. Because the speeders are all unlocked, but not all the quick travels are. Only the quick travels that were sort of along the way, and all of the ones inside of Cost City were unlocked. So I think here we will go to Gratham's estate. We will complete that, and we'll probably be wrapped up for this week. And that's about halfway through Dromund Kaas. So this is keeping right on schedule. So here now we can go to the speeder point and go all the way to the wall.
Enjoy your stay.
All in all, it's just another mission at the wall. This is what my head is filled with.
Brains.
No, the opposite. Just pop culture references. Hey, Marcus.
That was a pop culture reference.
Hey, if anyone wants to check out a new Star Wars: The Old Republic streamer, you can follow Marcus there, who I hear has been doing some streaming lately.
And Marcus is also raid leader for the Sunday night ops team we were talking about that could use a DPS.
Yes, Marcus,
on
why don't you can do a pitch in the chat,
in your stream,
in the chat there. Let people know if confirm that you still need a DPS if you do, and let people know the times and
Hey,
stuff.
Death.
Answer any questions about your ops team. Yeah, hey Death Row.
I used to like this part of Dromund Kaas. I can't explain why. I would like this, but I wouldn't like the Revenite one.
Yeah.
As you know, it's just weird because it's still killing things, right?
Revenite was sort of a detour in the story. In some ways, I really liked it. I didn't like the Revenite stuff at first, but later on, when it became apparent that Revenites and Revan was still going to be like a big deal, I started to like it quite a bit more. Okay, now we need to go all the way. So we're going to go interrogate this scientist. If you're picking up all of the planetary quests, there's a bunch more that you're doing in here, and there's bonuses along the way and a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff. But we're just going to be going into this one building over on the left here, because there's the cyborg export that we're going to go deal with. So there, did my little knockback. I did it to knock the two guys that we were walking up to closer to the two other guys, so that make sure they wouldn't be out of my AoE. That's a little trick I like to do.
Nice.
However, Force Storm is ginormous and takes up like half of the screen, whereas like Death from Above is like 1 meter wide. I don't know why. It's still
and
that way.
And it has a cooldown.
Okay, that's all we gotta unlock. Dorotest's chambers. Oh, and here he is. I think he is. Oh, are we gonna be mean to him? We're probably gonna be mean to him, aren't we?
I think it's. I think you're right. We might be mean to him.
I can't stand it here any longer.
Well, with that mustache, he sort of deserves it.
I understand you've created a device that can harm cyborgs. Give it to me.
The device? Oh, you mean the neutralizer, the cyber neutralizer. My finest work yet, though I don't quite see what the use of it is.
Nice try.
If you hope to trick me into revealing something, your hopes are poorly placed indeed.
No, I don't want to know any more than is good for me. And
I don't think it's going to matter.
Ash commissioned this weapon against cyborgs. The thing is, most cyborgs are only 10% machine. You need someone at least 50% machine for the neutralizer to do any real damage.
Just give it to
Tell
me.
where it is, or I'll kill you.
If you
I'll do you some real damage.
It's only a prototype, but I guess it'll work if there's one droid you really want to bash. The lab building can't be missed, but Grantham wouldn't let me have the power cells I need to power it. You'll need to steal those off his droids.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. That's what I was looking for.
Looks like it's your turn to die now.
No, please. Lord
But I
Sash,
said
Did you
I
see me
didn't
roll
want
my
to die,
shoulders?
but you're gonna kill me anyway.
Did you see
Yeah.
my character roll his shoulders? That
He's getting ready.
I liked that. I never saw that move before. Loosened up a little bit, rolled his shoulders, and force lightning to the face. I'm getting into this. Or at least acting like I am. I cry myself to sleep at night for all the bad things that I that I do in the podcast. But all right, we got to kill some droids on the way because there's some power cores that we need. And we need to go pick up the other thing. There's one power core. Okay, where do we need to go once we pick up these power cores? I think we're going to need to go in here, so let's... these are just guardsmen, not droids. Where's some more droids? Oh, Seema's killing them anyway. Just doing their job, Seema. Did you really need to kill them?
They must die.
No survivors.
They looked at Shay Vizsla
No
funny.
witnesses. Jerkadeer, my companion.
My warrior.
Is there any droids over there? There's a droid. That'll probably be the third one I need. Did we get it? No. I'm not looting any of blue. None. I'm not looting any of those gray things.
You're only
None
looting
there.
the
None
quest
there.
item ones.
That's once you get to end game and you get rich, looting like the 13 credits off of these guys or the trash items is not all that interesting anymore. So it's sort of freeing. Then you can just come through and leveling up and just not loot
There's
anything.
a droid over here. I don't want to kill it though.
Here's
in case.
3 droids all at once. So this should finish it. Finish them. There. All done. Should have come there first. Now where do we gotta go? Yeah, now we go into his estate in his main building. And get to go down to Gratham Town and get what we need to get out of there. Again, there's planetary quests you could be doing at the same time. So as you go into each of these areas, make sure you've caught up on the planetary quests from the previous area. Don't move ahead in your class story, because you'll end up having to come back here if you're doing the class story. Oop, we just missed the elevator. You'll end up having to come back if you miss the class story stuff, which is a little bit annoying. Simo was just about to jump. Oh, now I want to jump, but that'll slow us down. I don't think the podcast needs to see us having to res ourselves constantly. But I do a lot of jumping off things when I solo. So here I did hit level 18, so all of these mods and enhancements are all available to me. I could put them in my armor and get rid of this level 10 stuff that I have. I'll just insert over the top of it. I'm not going to keep those level 10 green mods, but I'm not going to do it now.
Right. You just go ahead and destroy them. They're not worth really putting back in your inventory. Plus that costs credits too.
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you just one. I'll do it. Oh, I didn't even put a mod enhancement. I changed my lightsaber hilt and I didn't put a mod enhancement on it. So here, if I could put the mod enhancement in, there's nothing in those slots. So fine, they'll just say yes, that's fine. Apply that. But when I put the hilt in, it'll say, I could say I want to take this hilt out. If it was a hilt I would maybe want, like with a set, but like set bonus pieces that I maybe want to move to another character, I'll maybe save mods that way. But this little versatile hilt 3, that's probably costs 100 credits, that I do not want to save, and I do not want to pay the credits that it costs to extract it, which is only 55 credits also. But as you go up in level and as the gear goes up, you have to pay a lot of credits to extract mods and enhancements. So in this case, I'm just going to put the hilt over the top. I'll say yes, and just let it get destroyed, and I don't care. Okay. I'm down to 98%. Heal me, Seema.
Heal your damn self.
Are you DPS or are you healer? What are you leveling as? I forgot.
I'm Madness.
You're Madness too?
I let Madness release me. Yeah.
Nice.
I was the first one that said I wanted to go Madness. It's my
You were?
favorite spec.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you said, yeah, it's my favorite spec.
I was just copying you. I can't think for myself. What are you doing? That's what I'm gonna do then. Okay, I think there's a bonus to kill a bunch of the civilians. Blow up the little... Yes.
Did you say kill a bunch of Brazilians?
That's a little cruel. No, civilians.
Oh, well, that's not cruel.
Well, civilians is a little bit cruel. Oh, there's a green thing. We can loot the green thing because maybe it's a gift. It is. It's a Hut data library. Kemval would like it.
He likes technology.
Small. It's a small gain, so it probably like thinks it's okay. as you look at gifts, there's 4 levels of interest that your companion might have in the gift category. So you only want to be giving them the gifts that they really like or love. If it's not one of those 4 categories, then you'll get no influence gain off of it. So don't waste.
When I was looking at gifts for Shea Vizsla, I googled, gifts for Shea Vizsla because I can never remember which companions like which.
Mm-hmm.
And the first entry was TOR Community, so I went there, and sure enough, it lists them all like, love, favorite, but I can never remember which is higher, love or favorite.
Love.
So yes, it is love, but I won't remember it for the next time. So I like the little chart. Sometimes it has like 3 and then 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Remember that 3 is better than 2.
I used to maintain my own chart, but now I just go to TOR Community or to Dolphy.
A while ago.
Because now that we've got so many companions, I just stopped and just let those sites do the hard work. Okay, that was 2 social points for the bonus for me.
And that was one reason why I wasn't too concerned about being super efficient with it this time, because now I just have gifts taking up space. So it's almost like it's more efficient to just use them however.
Right. Especially these low-level ones. I still conserve my highest level ones, but for the places I really want to turn them in. All right, so now I need to try to get this. This is the component we're trying to get to defeat Darth Scotia, or to help us out. It's the Cyber Neutralizer. And I believe when I click this, it's going to make me fight somebody. Yes, some security droids are going to come out. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. But that's not a problem. I used 2 of my abilities that time. Look in there, I'll heal myself. Did I finish? Is that all of them? Did we kill everybody? Can I now loot the... Don't stand on it, Kimball. Get off of it. Get off of it. There we go. Now I can loot the neutralizer and return to Lord Zash. All right, let's... I would say let's leave it here, and we can start off next week with our final conversation with Lord Zash for the next... I think there's one more step that we're going to need to do. There's that cool temple that's over in the west end of the area of Dromund Kaas. That's an area I really like. And do our final activities, including defeating Darth Scotia and getting a couple things done, which will lead up to... Hopefully we'll get it done within the show next week. Will lead up, which will be Halloween night, potentially. Anyway, hopefully it'll lead up to our ships. That's what I was going to say, because that's one of my favorite parts of the game, too.
Ship. Must get a ship. I want a ship.
So
get a ship.
Be sure to stay tuned after the credits roll on the podcast. For the audio version, I'll have that little trailer from the Council podcast for their contest. But I think for us, we are done, and EPC 216 is ready to ship out and go broadcast this podcast to all of you who are picking it up after the fact. Please keep up with us on Twitter @MaxTheGray and @AIESEMA. Subscribe, follow, bookmark, do all of those kinds of things to newoverlords.com, iTunes, YouTube, and Twitch. Those kinds of subscribe things help us see how many people are watching in each place. Also, come find us on Jedi Covenant, or soon to be the new server, and check out aie-guild.org for our guild information and ask us for a guild invite. That's really why we're doing this, and we would love to have you in the guild. And with that, we will talk to you later.
Later, everyone.